Today is a beautiful day to learn some math. Let's get started. So we have 3/4% and we want to change it into a decimal. We know that if we have 75%, when we change it into a decimal, we would just divide by 100 and get 0.75. But now what do we do when we have a fraction? So now we're going to take 3/4 and we're going to go through the same process. You're going to do 3/4 and divide it by 100. So now, here's where it gets a little difficult. Keep in mind when you're dividing fractions, you have to do this method called keep, change, flip. So we're going to rewrite the expression, and then we're going to do 3/4 divided by 100. And keep in mind, whenever you have 100 or any other whole number, just place it over 1. Because if you do 100 divided by 1, you will still get 100. So now we're going to keep the 3/4. We're going to change the division to multiplication and flip 100 over 1. So now your new expression should look like this. 3/4 times 1 over 100. So now we just made our math a little bit more simpler. So now we're going to multiply the numerator. So now in order for me to have a little bit more space, I'm just going to run a line through there. So in our numerators, we have 3 and 1. So 3 times 1 gives us 3. And now our denominators, we have to do 4 times 100. 4 times 100 will give us 400. So now we're still not done yet because remember, this is still not a decimal. So we're going to do 3 over 400 and convert it into a decimal using long division. So now on the inside, we're going to put 3, and on the outside, we're going to put 400. So now we have to think about it. Can 400 go into 3? Absolutely not. So we're going to put a 0 on the top with a decimal point. So 400 times 0 gives us 0. 3 minus 0 gives us 3. Now we're going to bring down another 0. Can 400 go into 30? No. So now we're going to keep on placing another 0. 400 times 0 gives us 0. 30 minus 0 gives us 30. The next step, we bring down another 0. Can 400 go into 300? Again, no. So now we're going to do 400 times 0. That will give us 0. And make sure you line up your numbers in order. So now we're going to do 300 minus 0. Again, that should just give us 300. So now we're going to bring down another 0. Can 400 go into 3,000? Yes, it can. So now we have to think about, okay, 400 times what number gives us a value close to 3,000? So I'm going to start big. So 400 times 7 will be 2,800. That's fairly close to 3,000, don't you think? So that's a perfect number for us to use. So we're going to place the 7 on the top. 3,000 minus 2,800 will just give us 200. Again, we're going to bring down another 0. So now can 400 go into 2,000? Yes, and it can actually go into it evenly. So now if we do 400 times 5, 0 times 5 gives us 0. 0 times 5 again gives us 0. 4 times 5 gives us 20. And that's a perfect 2,000. So we're going to subtract 2,000 by 2,000. And that would just give us 0. Don't forget to place the 5 on the top. So now, here's the main part, where to put our answer. So we've gotten 0.0075. Just make sure that you box your answer and place 0.0075 as your final answer. I hope that helps.